Hi guys, welcome to my first ever video on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to remember to look into the lens rather than the screen. I have recreated this look that I did on my Instagram about 2 weeks ago now. Everyone loved it, so I thought I'd give it another go and recreate it, and you can see what products I used, how I did it all. So yeah, I hope you stick around and carry on watching the video. A little bit of the P. Louise Brow Balm. I'm gonna have to do this. A teeny tiny pea-sized. I like that. Hair-like stroke. See how quickly that filled it in? Like, it just looked like natural. Do a few just in this little gap at the front. And then if you need to brush any of it out, just take that same brush. Just soften the strokes a little. Okay, so I've filled in both of my brows, and now I'm going to take the P. Louise base. That wasn't even in, yeah. P. Louise base in shade 2. And that on my MAC 252 brush, which is just a little shader brush. First is I'll put the main part of the product, or the most product, on the lid first to get rid of like the bulk of it on the brush, and then literally just following the outline of your eyebrow underneath, and just kind of do. I always say take your time with this bit, because and then you can get it nice and precise. Obviously if you're used to doing it quite a lot, you'll be a bit quicker, but. And then I just pack on the rest of the product on the lid and take it onto like the side of the nose as well, just in case any product on your eyeshadow goes to there. And then take it onto your temples as well, just so then when you put your eyeshadow on everything, it will all be nice and seamless. And just keep kind of patting that product on, not to set it, or kind of, yeah, to set it. Obviously the P. Louise base doesn't need setting with powder, but if you keep patting it, then it makes sure that it's in place, it's primed, it's set, it's ready for your eyeshadows to go on. You don't want it to be super thick and wet, because then obviously your eyeshadow is not going to go on the way it should do with the base. So you just want to kind of pack it on, pat, what was it she said, pat, 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 like pat, pat, pat. Keep patting it on until it's kind of, you can kind of tell when it's ready, because there's not as much shine as there was to start off. So yeah, that's like ready for eyeshadow application. Eyeshadow, I'm taking the P. Louise Beneath the Sheets palette. It's just got a really nice variety of browns. Obviously if you don't have this palette, it really doesn't matter, because it is just your standard brown shades. As long as you've got that, you're good. So we're gonna fluffy brush, and we're gonna take the lightest brown, which is PJ Party, and this is going to start off our crease. So we're just going to use windshield wiper motion, so just back and forth like that, to keep it in the place we've originally put it, and just keep going back like that until you've got it blended how you want it. You don't want to do circular motions just yet, because if you do circular motions, the products are still on the brush, it's going to pull it up further your eye. I want to leave this part free of like browns, so if I was to do circular motions, the browns would start to go onto that part, and I don't want them there. So that's why you want to do back and forth motions like that to keep the product where you've put it, but it will still blend it out. And then I'm going to start taking it out onto my temples as well, just to wing it out. So on the same brush, I'm going to then take the next shade, which is Slumber, and again, exact same placement, exact same motions, placing it there, and then little windshield wiper motion. So on a smaller blending brush, we're going to take this shade, which is called Let's Chill. You see this shade here. So right onto the outer corner here, like that. And at the minute we're not blending, we're just placing the product, just tapping it on where we want it, right on that outer corner. And then with what's left on the brush, start doing little tiny windshield wiper motion, feel seamless and blended and all kind of flows, we're gonna take it into the crease as well, but we're not adding product to do that. We're just taking what's on the brush and what was placed over here on the eye. This shade here, which is Takeout. I realised I haven't said what brushes I'm using. So this smaller blending brush is the P. Louise 120, and the bigger one was the P. Louise 121. Darker brown is literally going exactly where the first one went. The last brown we're taking is Flick the Switch on that same brush. Taking that, and we're gonna do the exact same thing again. See, now we've got this like harsher line. I'm gonna take a little bit extra of that first brown that we used and just go over that and just make sure it's soft. I'm gonna take 2 of my fave pigments. There we go. So we're gonna start off with the Jordana Tisha Cosmetics Stargazer. I love their base and sparkles. They're just my favorite. They just take looks from like another to another level. And I'm taking this on my P. Louise 126 brush, which is like a shader brush. So we're going to start off with the cream on top and literally just put that everywhere on the lid pretty much. Taking it up into the crease bit as well. And going over the browns a bit as well. Kind of like 3/4 of the way across your lid. Take the pigment. I'm not going to lift this too high. Oh, that was nearly a disaster. On the same brush. And literally just tap that on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Tap it all over exactly where we put that base. It's Christmas and I want to add a little bit more sparkle. We're going to take Peaches and Cream Gatsby, which, if you haven't heard of this one, you're living under a rock. At the top, like, can you see how much more that took? Like, that took it to another level. With our smaller blending brush with no extra product, we're just going to go over that outer part here and just soften it a little bit so it's not like a harsh transition between the glitter and the shadows. I did just go and pop on a little bit of pen liner. This is the Freina brown liner. I've just put one lash on. I did put this one on and then my eye started watering, so I had to take it off. When I do it on myself, I hold the mirror downwards like this, so you're going from up. I let the glue go a little bit tacky, but as you can see, there's still a little bit on there. Excuse my date mirror. And I like to use tweezers like this. So these are like eyelash extension tweezers, I think, but they get a really good grip on the lash. So yeah, I hold the mirror underneath and I come from above my lashes. I literally just go over the top of my lashes and I start with placing it right in the middle, and then with the points of these tweezers it makes it really easy to place the corners down. So yeah, I literally just kind of go along the lashes and pinch them just to make sure everything's stuck down. The lashes I've used are the AHM Style 33. We're going to go on to our base. I'm going to start off by taking the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and I like to take this on a flat foundation brush and just pop it everywhere. That is a lot of product. I did not mean to use that much product, and this is expensive, so I really don't want to use that much. The only reason I take a brush for myself, I'd normally just use my hands, but because I use this product with clients, I don't want to dip my fingers in. And if you're using stuff on clients, you only ever want to dip in once, because otherwise you're cross-contaminating. That's very hygienic. Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Salzburg. I'm taking this on my Peaches and Cream PC06, which is so stained. No matter how much I scrub it and wash it, I can't ever get it off. So I'm going in with my foundation, which on camera looks so much darker than it does in person, I can confirm. I mean, yes, it's not my shade at all because I haven't got fake tan on, but it is not that dark. I really love this foundation. I literally use it on 90% of my clients because it just, It works on every skin type. It just always looks so flawless. Concealer, I'm taking 2. So I'm going to start off with the Too Faced Born This Way in Cream Puff. Now my Doll Beauty BB7 brush. I'm going to start off by taking that on my inner corner, and I do take it like right into the inner corner, and then on the outer corner, and just sharpening up that eyeshadow, kind of like on the side of the nose a little bit as well, just to sharpen it up, and on the chin, top of the lip, tip of the nose, in the centre of the brows, and then slightly on the forehead. I take my foundation brush. I always keep my foundation brush handy for my entire base, just to make sure everything's like really blended seamlessly. And then I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer in the shade Meringue on the eyes again, and this is going to be our highlight of the eyes. I'm really quite loving a bright under eye at the minute. Brighten, conceal, all that good stuff. And I do just take this all the way under actually. I go back in with my foundation brush to make sure it's nice and seamlessly blended. Now we're going to cream contour, and I'm just taking the Primark foundation and contour stick in the shade Chai. I'm going to take this on, I don't actually know, this brush doesn't have a name. I'm pretty sure it's from BH Cosmetics, it's part of their Rose Quartz range, but it's nice to just place and blend contour. So I just cream bronze to warm up the face, you know. So now we're going to take 2 of the Made by Mitchell blushes. I just say blush. Saying the actual word makes me cringe. I don't know why, it just does. But what these things, we all know them, we all love them. So I'm taking the shades Posy Rosy and Shy Boy. These don't go on anyone else's skin, so I'm just going to do it like this. They look terrifying, I can't lie. Do another 3 of that one. When you put it on, it's like, oh, it's a bit scary. But I love these because you can get them to how you want them so nicely. So I take on a stippling brush. This one's a bit beaten up. This is a Revolution F103, and I just kind of stipple over the top. And I do love these because you can really customize the pigment of them. And I'm going to go over my foundation brush and just go over the top, and that's where I'm going to kind of create how I want it to look. So I'm going to leave mine there. Some may think I'm crazy. I love it. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo liquid highlighter. Is it in the shade Halo Goodbye? Dense brush, just to keep it nice and precise. And we're just going to take it right on top of her cheekbones here, and I bring it slightly onto this front part as well, so kind of as you move your head you'll always kind of have it hit the light, and just blend out the edges with that. So I've also just taken that liquid highlighter, tip of my lip, tip of my nose, and then into that centre of my eyebrows. Concealer brush again, and just make sure there's no creases. You want to set the creases in, obviously. And now I'm taking my Too Faced, oh god, it's spilling everywhere, Peach Perfect powder. I'm just going to look up and have that set that under eye. I mainly do this in the under eye, a little bit on the chin with no extra product, and just kind of like the T-zone, because that's where people tend to get oily. But I only apply product under the eyes. We're going to quickly just finish off the eyes. I'm going to take the P. Louise 124 brush, and I'm taking my Doll Beauty Gimme Some Bronzer in Dark. Looks like this. And I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush and just go underneath. We're going to stick to the bronzer, and I'm going to take it on this Elite brush, which again is so stained, it's a joke. This is the number 11 brush, and just swirl it in and always tap it off, and just, you're putting it exactly where you put your cream bronzer, so it's really easy to follow. I just rub it over the centre of my nose as well, and like my chin and jaw. Now I'm going to take the Doll Beauty Pretty Fly blush in the shade Viva La Vacay. Taking this on the P. Louise 681 brush, and just tap that off. Obviously we've got a lot of blush going on, so you don't want too much, but it's just to kind of set it. A little bit of highlight. This is the Doll Beauty Shine Bright highlighter, which is the more golden one, and I take this on a fluffy eyeshadow brush to keep it nice and precise. But oh, look at that. And then top of the lip, tip of the nose, and I love doing it in there. I don't know why, I just recently started popping it in that centre of it, and I love it. Little brush, this is the P. Louise 116, still taking the highlighter, and you want to put it right in that inner corner. Like I said earlier, I do like a really bright inner corner. I'm going to take that, so you said, remember I said I leave that bit blank, because I like to go over with a brow bone highlight. The beauty of this look, I find, is you can literally do any lip. So if you wanted to do a nude lip, by all means do a nude lip. We're going to go festive, because I did red in my original post and people loved it. I had so many messages on what lipstick it was. So yeah, we're going to go in with that. So I'm taking the Beauty Bay Own lip liner in Ruffle. We're going to take my favourite red lip ever. Like, this is the perfect red, like it's the like a true red. I love it. It's the Jordana Tisha Cosmetics Paints the Town liquid lipstick. Like, I don't think you're ready. It's so good, and I like, it's not as liquidy as most liquid lipsticks. Like, it goes on nice and creamy actually, which I find makes it a lot more comfortable to wear. Now we're going to take my hair out, which I actually don't know what's going on with my hair today. And then finish up with Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. And that is it. That's the finished look. So this is the finished look in all its glory. Thank you for watching, if this made it on the channel, and if I ever decide to do another one, I might see you in the next one. Bye.